Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about health, just general, the things that you can do to generally improve your health. Okay, the first thing is vitamin C. The USDA says all you need is like 80 or something like that, maybe 100, and you need 60 milligrams a day just to take care of scurvy, and so that's why they give you a minimum like that. But what you really need in general, depending on the body size, is 6,000 milligram. That's 2,000 with each meal. You should be eating 3 meals a day. Do a search on vitamin C and see what vitamin C does, and you will be amazed. And that is the number one reason why the government doesn't tell you to take more vitamin C. Just vitamin C alone will improve your health tremendously. But you need large enough doses, and it needs to be for a long period of time. I'm 65. I've been doing it since I was 40 years old, and it's really helped a lot. And what it does, vitamin C is just an acid. That's all it is. And what it's going to do is thin your blood, and it'll still coagulate or something like that, where when you get cut, it'll seal itself off. It'll still do that with the vitamin C, and but the thing is, it thins the blood, so you get better circulation throughout the body, and so you'll see a lot of. Now, see, people think health. When you're sick, then they think they lost their health, but it's not like that. That's why you hear wellness. Wellness means you are really well. You're not. There's sickness isn't even coming. You know, there's some people that seems like they're healthy. Well, there's a lot to that, and one of the things is the vitamin C. That will help by thinning your blood, getting you better circulation. You'll see your hands, arthritis, circulation to your feet, these type of things. These all improve with vitamin C because it thins your blood and you get better circulation. And so it'll be helping in when you have injuries or anything that's going on in the body at all. It helps. You have to have circulation. You can't heal unless you have circulation. And the vitamin C thins the blood so you can heal. And the next, you have to have good, clean, healthy blood. And that is, like I say, what you eat and what kind of nasty stuff you put in you. Less nasty stuff, more good stuff is good for you. And then the nasty stuff is toxins, and the vitamin C breaks down the toxins, and it makes it easier for your liver and your kidneys to get the toxins out of your body. The vitamin C will keep the blood vessels and arteries flexible, and when it's flexible, it's a push, 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 like that. When your blood is circulating, the arteries, pump full of blood, and then it squeezes it on into the veins to get it circulation throughout the body. And the thin blood and the good arteries and blood vessels does like that. It's kind of like running Drano through your drains. It cleans all the grease and nasty stuff out of your drains. Talking about grease and nasty stuff, that's what cholesterol is. Cholesterol is, like I say, it's grease, oil-based nasty toxins. And the vitamin C will even help in that. It breaks it down, so then it's easier for your liver to get it out. That's why a lot of people get fatty liver. That's because of the grease from potato chips, hamburgers, French fries. Anytime you eat this stuff, you're putting grease into your system that your liver has to figure out how to handle. So cholesterol is the grease, and so anytime you have cholesterol problems, you're right back to the same thing. You had too much grease in your diet, and so the vitamin C will help break all that stuff down. Okay, vitamin C will take the vitamins that you take and the food that you eat, it breaks it down, so it's easier for your body to absorb, your body and organs to absorb. So there's many good uses for vitamin C. You, like I say, search out vitamin C and you'll find out. Okay, now talking about the toxins, you have to limit the amount of toxins that you put in your body. So in other words, the more the grease and nasty stuff, MSG, just the type of stuff that your body doesn't like, which that would be dairy. Dairy doesn't digest properly, and it gives you more grease. The fat in the dairy will affect your liver, and so and it causes more toxins. Alcohol, the medication that's supposed to be helping you, you have to make a judgment. How much is it going to help you compared to how much it's going to put stress on your liver? And you'll see the warnings on most medicines, they warn you about the liver, and that's because it does. It kind of really tears up your liver, and your liver is taking out toxins. And so if you're putting stress on your liver, you're not going to release all those, you're not going to get those toxins out of your body. Kidneys, they take out the water-based toxins, the dirty, nasty stuff that's in your water. And pop, this type of stuff, that's like pop is toxic. It's poisonous to your kidneys, so that's why your kidneys will try to work so hard to get that pop out of you. So limit how much toxins or toxic type material goes in your body. It'll be the same thing on breathing. The fumes you breathe, smoking, that's why smoke isn't good for you. Smoking isn't good for you. I mean, you're putting toxins in your lungs. And then your lungs got to pick up all this toxic stuff in the blood, and it has to run it through the kidneys and the liver. So you have to limit what's toxic in your body. Now you need to increase your consumption of vegetables and fruits, and the reason that is vegetables and fruits are high in fiber. That's the main thing. It's high in fiber. So when it goes out, it kind of scrubs the walls of your intestines and your kidney, your intestines and your colon, and so it takes all the nasty stuff in the cracks. There's your colon and kidneys, or colon and small intestines got wrinkles. It's kind of like that, and it's got wrinkles in the walls, and those wrinkles get nasty stuff gets caught inside that. Hard to digest stuff. Beef would be an example of something hard to digest. Hamburger, these kind of things get caught up in those cracks. that fiber, as it's going through, kind of rips them out of those cracks, and then you can poop them out. And so that's why, and it's easy. Let's see, vegetables and fruit is easy to digest, so it's not putting a lot of stress on your stomach and all the acids and stuff that's in your body, trying to get it all cleaned down. Okay, another thing that, and it's probably one of the things that a lot of people have a problem with, and that is waiting after you eat. People seem like they want to continuously eat and snack and that kind of stuff. The best thing is to eat and you wait 4 hours before you eat again. What happens is when you eat, like I say, the saliva signals your stomach that you need enzymes to break down the food. And the same thing with the mucus in the throat. As you're chewing this food, breaking it up, it goes down, and as it goes down, it has to, it's going to be mixed with all kinds of stuff, the acid in your stomach and all the stuff that makes that acid. So then the food will break down, and then it takes it about a couple hours, and when that happens, then it puts it into the intestines. And when it's in the intestines, then that's when the bile from the gallbladder gets inside there, and it helps break it all down, so it's be easily absorbed through your intestines. So that's why it's important to chew your food and to do this stuff. It takes 2 hours for this it turns the food in your stomach, turns it for 2 hours, or maybe a little more, and then it puts it into the small intestines. So in other words, if you after 2 hours, it's mixed this food, it's prepared it, it gets it like a paste, and now it's prepared to go into the small intestine. Now if you were to eat something else, snack time, stuff like that, and then now you've added fresh food to this food that's ready to be digested. And there you go. It's not ready to go into the small intestine, but you throw it in there anyway. Now remember, we talked about all the cracks in the intestines and the food getting caught in there. That's one of the stuff that's going to be in there. Is this now? It's raw food. It's not even prepared for digestion, and that stuff's going to get inside there in those cracks. It's going to start rotting, and as it rots, it's putting more toxins into the body. So that's why it's important to wait 4 hours, at least 4 hours in between meals and before going to bed. That's why I just cringe when I'm working on somebody and they're all messed up, their liver's swollen, and I'm checking it. It's greasy, and it's a nasty liver. And then I ask them, what they eat, and they tell me all this stuff, and then we get to the part about I tell them to wait 4 hours, and they say, oh, well, does that include ice cream? Well, what are you talking about? And I say, well, I have a bowl of ice cream, and then I go to bed. That's the worst thing you can do to your liver. Your liver is just going plumb crazy, because you're getting ready to go to bed. It takes, like I say, at least 2 hours for the food to digest. That's why you want to wait 4. But so let's say you eat some ice cream. It's a dairy product. It doesn't break down properly. It doesn't digest properly. So now you put it in your intestines or in your mouth for digestion, and now your whole system is starting to figure out, well, it's time to digest. And now it's dairy. It's hard to digest. But now you're going to go to bed. So when you go to bed, your whole system starts slowing down. And it shuts down all the unnecessary systems because you're going to sleep. You don't need everything running. So, and while you're going to sleep, everything slows way down. and then that's when the blood is filtered through the liver. But wait a minute, you had ice cream, so now your liver is digesting. So what do you want your liver to do? Digest the food or prepare to clean out the toxins in your blood, the oil-based toxins in your blood? It can't do both, not at the same time. So that's why eating ice cream going to bed is very bad. Eating anything going to bed is bad. And that's why, you notice sometimes you'll eat something and then go to bed and you have nightmares. Remember, they talk about that. Well, that's because your body can't shut down because it's busy digesting. Even though your mind says, I need to rest, your liver is saying, hey, we need to digest food. So these are simple points that you can do, and it'll make a big difference in your health. Vitamin C, 6,000 vitamin C, 2,000 with each meal. That's for an average person. And when you're taking too much vitamin C, you're going to find out you're going to get kind of like diarrhea. And sometimes that's not too bad of an idea if it gets a little thin. You want your poop to be about the consistency of toothpaste or peanut butter. Okay, so that's the number one thing. Number two is the toxic stuff. We don't want the toxic stuff. You got to be able to get the toxic stuff out. So put little toxic material in, and good stuff in, and little toxins going in, and then you have more toxins coming out. And so more water, at least 2 liters of good clean water per day. And I say the vegetables and fruit, fresh vegetables, very good. And less toxins. And then waiting 4 hours between meals and snacking. If you're going to have coffee or tea, you have it with your meal, and then in between meals, water only. Because if you do coffee or anything in between meals, now your body's got to digest it. So water only. Okay, thank you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.